Hello, and welcome to the Week 2 picks for the 2024-2025 NFL season. First up, Bills against the Dolphins, Josh Allen against Tua Tagovailoa. I'm going with the Dolphins over the Bills. Next up, Jets against the Titans, Aaron Rodgers against Will Levis, Jets, go Jets, and go Green. I'm going with the Jets over the Titans. Next up, Browns against the Jaguars, Deshaun Watson against Trevor Lawrence. I'm taking the Jags over the Browns. Next up, Colts versus the Packers, Anthony Richardson against Malik Willis. Jordan Love is injured. I'm taking the Colts over the Packers. Next up, Chargers versus the Panthers, Justin Herbert against Bryce Young. I'm going with the Chargers over the Panthers. Next up is the Raiders against the Ravens, Gardner Minshew against Lamar Jackson. I'm taking the Ravens over the Las Vegas Raiders. Next up, Giants versus the Commanders, Daniel Jones against Jaden Daniels. I'm taking the Washington Commanders over the Giants. Up next, Saints versus the Cowboys, Derek Carr against Dak Prescott. How about 'em Cowboys? I'm taking the Cowboys over the Saints. Next up, 49ers versus the Vikings, Brock Purdy against Sam Darnold. I'm taking the Niners over the Vikings. Up next is the Seahawks versus the Patriots, Geno Smith against Jacoby Brissett. I'm taking the Seahawks over the Patriots. Next up, Buccaneers versus the Lions, Baker Mayfield against Jared Goff. I'm taking the Lions over the Bucs. Up next, Rams versus the Cardinals, Matthew Stafford against Kyler Murray. I'm taking the Rams over the Cardinals. Up next, Bengals against the Chiefs, Joe Burrow against Patrick Mahomes. How about 'em Chiefs? I'm taking the Super Bowl champs. I'm taking the Chiefs over the Bengals. Next up, Steelers against the Broncos, Justin Fields against Bo Nix. I'm taking the Steelers over the Broncos. Next up is the Bears against the Texans, Caleb Williams against CJ Stroud. I'm taking the Texans over the Bears. And finally, we got the Falcons against the Eagles, Kirk Cousins against Jalen Hurts. I hate the Philadelphia Eagles, so I'm taking the Falcons over the Eagles. Recap: Dolphins, Jaguars, Colts, Chargers, Ravens, Commanders, Jets, Cowboys, 49ers, Seahawks, Lions, Rams, Chiefs, Steelers, Texans, Falcons. That's all for this week. See you next week. End of video.